Hello everyone, my name is Piyush and welcome to my channel. I recently did a poll on my LinkedIn and YouTube community and asked what topic would you like me to cover as part of my next video. And as you can clearly see, many of you have voted for freelancing into cloud and DevOps. So this is what we are doing today. I don't do freelancing anymore because I have a full-time job, but I did it for many years. I started it back in 2011 when I was in college, did it for a couple of years, then I stopped it when I got my first job, and then I started it again when I was trying to move from production support role into DevOps. So it helped me get not just a good amount of money but also the real time hands-on experience that is needed for you to get a job into DevOps or cloud. So I thought, why don't I share my experience with the community? Make sure to watch the video till the end because I will be sharing all my secrets, all the do's and don'ts that would definitely help you get a successful career in freelancing. Or if you are looking to get into cloud and DevOps, it will help you with that real time hands on experience that you are looking for. With that being said, let's start the video. All right. So, first and foremost, go to upwork.com over here and sign up to it. Once you sign up, it'll ask you to complete your profile. Make sure you enter all the details. Like, let me just go to my profile from here and click on profile. Make sure you have entered all the details, like your tagline, your hourly rate. I'll get back to it just in a minute. Then description of what you do, what your experience is, what all skills that you know, and all those, just like a resume summary. And then like how many hours per week you can work. You can just write it over here. You can just select this and choose whichever is most relevant to you. If you could work more than 30 hours a week or less than 30 hours or like as needed, and the language that you're comfortable with. Then it will ask you to verify your ID. Make sure you upload all the required documents that they ask. And based on that, they will schedule a video call with you just to verify that you are actually who you say you are. Right? They will do that due diligence from their side and then add all your education details, your GitHub, Stack Overflow, everything that's been asked. So once you do that, your profile will be completed and it will show it 100%. Now, um, over here you can see my work history. So I'll show you like how to start and everything. But before that, let me go back to the home page. Click over here. Once you complete the profile, the next thing you want to know is how to search for a job. So make sure you see these are my saved searches because I've added some keyword string which would help me do the search faster. Like let's say if I want to search for a job like related to AWS, I'll just enter AWS over here and hit enter. And it will show me all the results with AWS. When I want to do it for DevOps or Jenkins or GitHub, like I have to do it every time I have to enter a new keyword, which is a time consuming process and it is not really efficient. So, what you can do is go back over here. As you can see, I have created some search strings. So, these are the skill set that you are most proficient with, for which you are looking for the job. So, make sure you enter anything like that. So, add AWS or Azure or GCP or DevOps and so on. You can create like that and then hit search. Once you do that, it will show you this screen in which you can filter your job by experience level or type or the hourly rate and so on. And you can also save this search string. So you can click over here, save search, and your search will be saved. So now the next time when you want to search, you can just click on the search box and your recent search string will be appearing over here. And it will show you over here as well in your saved search. Right? So you can select any of these. So the same way I have created multiple search strings. So once you have the search string ready, you can start searching for the job. Let me search for this one. It says Terraform or Shell or Unix or PowerShell or Jenkins. So when I do that, there'll be like hundreds and thousands of jobs available for me, like 991 jobs. But which job should we apply for? That's the main question. So I'll tell you a few important things. First is look at the time when it was posted. Let's say this was posted 40 minutes ago, so there might be some proposals already on that. For example, this one has 5 to 10 proposals. Other one posted 1 hour ago and it only has 10 to 15 proposals. Posted 1 hour ago and it has 50 plus proposals. Why so? I'll tell you why. Because there is a client rating as well, and the number of dollars that they have spent already. So this client got 5 star, but they have spent only 1000 plus dollars and their payment is verified. These three things we have to keep in mind. But if you go down and see this client, the payment is not verified, they haven't spent a single penny, and there is no feedback on it. So you should avoid these type of clients. Make sure the payment is verified, make sure it has good feedback, and make sure they have spent a good amount of money already. And the same way, when you go over here, the reason why it has 50 plus proposals, because this client has already spent more than 200k dollars and has 5 star rating. Payment is also verified. So you should look for these kind of jobs. You should target for these kind of jobs. Now, if it already has 50 plus proposals, you shouldn't be submitting your proposal on that if you are a beginner, because that will decrease your odds of getting selected. So in that case, what you can do is, in your search results, make sure it is sorted by newest, so that you can only get the job that's been recently posted, and the latest one is, I guess, 40 minutes ago. So you can apply to this one if the description looks okay to you, right? Or you can scroll down a bit and see any job that has less number of proposals. You see this job over here, even though client has spent $500, but it already has 50 plus proposals, because this is a featured job. Consider this as a sponsored job in which client is paying higher amount to Upwork, right? The same way, if you can scroll down, you see this kind of jobs. So this could be a good starting point. Because why so? The budget is low, that is okay if you are a beginner, but they have spent $4,000 already and they have a good feedback rating. Payment is verified. So these are the jobs that you should target. Less proposals, good feedback, payment verified, good amount of money already spent. So if you click on that, let's see how you can apply to it. Okay, so here's the requirement. It says need an Terraform expert who can fix the issue. So it's a simple job to fix a issue, to help them with troubleshooting. Says you create a plan with hyphen target option, which means the results plan may not be blah blah blah. And this is the error that they are facing, right? And they said this was the command that they have used. Now, if you are aware about this error, or if you could help them out, if you are aware of how Terraform works, you can try to apply for the job. So if you scroll down a bit, let's copy this description first. I'll just copy it, and there'll be a link on the right side which says apply now. So hit on apply now. Will open a new tab, and here you can enter your proposal details. So now you will see how do you want to be paid, by milestone or by project. Because this is a small project, so you can choose by project, or you can divide. If it is a bigger project, you can divide that into multiple milestone, like give me 5% upfront, and then 10% once I deliver phase 1, 20% when I deliver phase 2, and so on. So let's choose by project. The client provided the bid as $30, so let's keep it that way, and select the duration, how long it will take. Less than 1 month is the minimum, so let's select that. Now we have to provide a cover letter. So I've copied the description, so let's go to ChatGPT and enter create a cover letter for the below job. So I'll enter the description that I copied from the job. Hit enter. So it has generated a really long description. No client would want to read that. It's even more than a resume. So let's cut it down, make it short, within, let's say, 10 lines. Okay, so this looks better. So let's copy this. and paste it over here. Make sure you make a little changes to it. So hello, I'm writing to apply for the position of expert Terraform professional. Remove this, the company name yet. Extensive experience in Terraform and strong troubleshooting skill, I can effectively address the issue you are facing. I have successfully resolved similar problems, including decoding resources and resource similar problems in the past. My experience span AWS, Azure, and GCP enables me to adapt to different environments. And I have attached my resume for your review. I would welcome the opportunity to discuss and further. So this looks good. And you can also mention if you have some certification related to the skill that you are applying for or any other project, you can definitely mention that. So the same way in the past, and I am a certified Terraform associate, right? You can mention your certification, qualification, experience, anything, and then you can just end the cover letter. So this looks good. This way you can apply for this job, and then over here you can upload your resume if you want, or any other projects that you have done previously, or your GitHub repo, which has your Terraform sample public repositories. Then that's it, and then you hit send for connects. So let's discuss what the connects are. Let me cancel this job first. You go to your home page. On the right side, you will see something called as connects. I have 168 available connects. So what are these? So these are nothing but the credits that Upwork provide to you so that you can apply it on a job or multiple jobs. Every job has certain number of credits that you have to spend on it. When you join the Upwork, they provide you a certain number of credits or connects, I guess 100, something. And then on monthly basis, you get 10 connects. Whenever a client replies to you, you get some connect. Whenever you get a job, you get some connects, and so on. And if you are short of connects, you can always go for their premium membership, which is few dollars per month, and you get 100, connects per month. So when you apply for a job, let's say you click on this one. Okay, over here, if you go to right, says send a proposal for 4 connects, and these are my available connects. So make sure you spend your connects wisely on the jobs that you feel comfortable with and you think that you can do it. One other thing that you have to keep in mind is that client has provided the clear requirements of the work that needs to be done. For example, let's see a bad project that you shouldn't apply to. Okay, if you go down, if you see over here, let's open this job. There is not much details provided. It says, started my DevOps career and need help with coaching on practical projects for progression, also company related tasks. So, this is someone who is working in an XYZ company and wants you to do their work and to coach them as well. So, this looks like a red flag, and you shouldn't apply to this job because you don't know how much work would there be. You don't know how much hours that they would need you to work, and they are just paying you $10 to $20 per hour. And the type of work, the type of skills it uses, or like AWS and DevOps, this is not a small thing that you could know everything about. So make sure you avoid such job which doesn't have a clear requirement on what needs to be done and what are all the tools and technologies and services involved. You can still ask them, but you see the client doesn't even have a feedback and they haven't spent even a single penny. So I would say to avoid these kind of jobs. Now, if you want to see the stats, like I don't do freelancing anymore, but I used to do like few years back. So let me show you what I have earned till now. So let's go to my profile. So over here you see the job success score, which is 100% for me. Now, what exactly is the job success score? The more this is, the better it will be you for getting a job. It constitutes of various factors. It's not just the feedback that client provides to you. Client provide you a public feedback and a private feedback that is not visible on your job, but it affects your job success score. So make sure when you complete the job, you ask your client to provide you a good feedback on your public and private profile, and also recommend you to other clients. There is an option over there in which it says how likely would you recommend this freelancer to other clients. So make sure they select that as well. And there are a few other factors like the long term client, or if the client has rehired you, and so on. So once you do all those things, you'll get the job success as 100%. Then there are these badges. There are mostly three badges. First one is a rising talent. So when you join Upwork and you quickly get a job within just few days, or after applying to just few jobs, and you complete it successfully and deliver it perfectly with a good feedback, then you get that badge which says rising talent. And once you get a 100% job success score and earn certain amount of money and has completed certain number of jobs, then you get the top rated badge, this one over here that I'm currently having. So it also has these requirements. And then there is top rated plus, which has some more requirements, like you should have earned $10,000 in last 12 months, and certain feedback and certain recommendation, and so on. Once you have these kind of badges on your profile, it will highlight your profile, and the odds of getting the job, it gets increased. Currently I have put my hourly rate as $60 per hour, but if you are a beginner, you should start with a lower number, like $25 per hour, $30 per hour, based on your skill set and your experience level. But as you start getting projects, start getting feedback and on, you can keep increasing it till you are getting enough number of jobs. Right? So if you go down, if you see, like this was my first project, I believe, which says Linux coding. So I helped someone creating some shell scripts and some Unix commands. It was basically a university student from University of Arizona, and he wanted my help to complete his assignments basically for the college submission. So I did that. So I worked, if you see, with $25 per hour, and I worked for 13 hours, I guess, in 2 3 weeks, and this is the amount that I made out of it. Then the next project was I created a questionnaire for one of the website, in which they wanted me to create some Kubernetes scenario based questions. Again, the same client, similar kind of job, and these were the fixed price job, $50, $120. Then there was a Linux troubleshooting issue that I helped with, and it was $75 per hour. And it took me around, 15 20 minutes to fix this issue. This was an easy money, right? So make sure you apply for such job which you think you can solve quickly and you get paid easily. Again, this was a Linux Unix tutoring. It was a couple of shell scripts that they wanted me to work on. That's it. HCD backup. Again, this was just a 30 minutes job for me. They wanted to know how you can create an HCD backup in Kubernetes, and it was $150. So, and so on. And there was script to install Kubernetes, $30. And then after these small projects, I got a bigger project in which the client wanted me to work on a AWS project. They wanted me to completely redesign their project using AWS, implement CI/CD, infrastructure as a code using Terraform. It was a really big project. It went on for like an year, and they paid me directly into my bank account. So I didn't deal with that client through Upwork, but it came into directly my bank account. But these small projects that you see over here, and there were a couple of more that is showing as in progress because I never ended those projects. So total of that was around $4,000, and it was me working just a couple of hours per week and doing it part time basically, right? And from that client that I was talking, I made around $20,000 throughout the year, and it was also like I was working 2 hours per day or 3 hours per day, something like that. That's it for this video, guys. I hope this video was somewhat valuable to you and understanding the concept of freelancing and how to get started. If you found it helpful, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing the channel if you are new here. So let me know in the comment section below about the feedback that you have, anything that you would like me to cover as part of the upcoming videos, or any feedback in general. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon with the next video.